Bill on the clerk's desk.
Motion by Ms. Asm McKeon, resolved that pursuant to Rule 15:20, that Senate Bill 1322 be substituted for Senate Bill 1998, which is identical, and that Asm McKeon be joined as co-prime sponsor of Senate Bill 1322.
Assemblyman McKeon.
Madam Speaker, I move the substitution.
Assemblyman McKeon moves the substitution. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay. So moved, Madam Clerk.
On third reading and final passage, Senate Bill 1322 clarifies intent of PL 2007, Chapter 340 regarding New Jersey's required participation in regional greenhouse gas initiative.
Assemblyman McKeon.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. If I could just take a moment or two to, if this is appropriate. In 2009, as a way for our state to meet the mandate of New Jersey's Global Warming Response Act, New Jersey joined 9 neighboring states, one being New York, who at that time was led by Republican Governor George Pataki, in joining the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative. It was a concept where you took the producers of energy, greenhouse gas energy, that produced more than 25 megs in a given year, and you put a cap on how much was to be emitted. And if the producers exceeded that cap, they would pay a fee. And that fee would be utilized to fund clean energy programs and energy reduction programs. It was a win-win because there's an economic incentive for the producers to be more efficient and produce less because they don't want to pay the fee, and a win-win to the extent that that fee would go for the fine programs that would result in a reduction of the greenhouse gases. Well, in 2011, New Jersey, as a part of a consortium of states doing something about the problems of global warming, was removed unilaterally by Governor Christie. Let's ask ourselves why we need to reduce our carbon footprint. Now, this is Main Street scientific fact, and pretty simple. Carbon emissions delete the ozone layer, number one. Number two, a depleted ozone layer brings climate change. And number three is that climate change will devastate the society as we now know it.
Now, everybody talks about John McKeon, and one of John McKeon's famous sayings was, you're entitled to your own opinion, but you're not entitled to your own facts.
You don't have to go any further than Dr. James Hansen, the Nassau climatologist who is a resident of Princeton, who said that we may already be late. And Madam Speaker, my colleagues, in New Jersey, there was only one snowstorm this year in October. Look around to the Midwest and the proliferation of the tornadoes that have been there in an unexplainable, statistically undeniable way. The Southwest and the droughts. We're there. It's happening. Why wouldn't we want to use this methodology as a part of the way to reduce our carbon footprint? You might say, well, because it's too expensive. Because in some way this is going to affect the New Jersey economy. In effect, there's been independent studies to denote that if given an 8-year period, it would actually be a savings of residential ratepayers, not only residential, but commercial and industrial payers. You may say, well, it doesn't work. But again, that's in opposite of the scientific evidence, of the principles, the economic principles behind the concept, and the evidence that's shown over 84,000 tons of carbon have been removed under RGGI from 2009 forward, and over 20,000 homes, or the equivalent of that, would be powered by virtue of the clean energy projects that have been funded by RGGI, 12 of them to be exact. It's a drag on the economy. Over $151 million have gone into New Jersey's economy because of RGGI, and 1,772 jobs created. And if the governor, quite frankly, didn't raid $65 million of that RGGI fund to go into the general budget, the economic benefit would have been enhanced even more. My colleagues, please, help move our country, our region, toward energy independence, help reduce our footprint, our carbon footprint, and please do something that's good for New Jersey's economy and return us to the leaders that we should be as it relates to the environment. I thank you, Madam Speaker, and move the bill.
Thank you, Assemblyman McKeon.